Hi, Aries, Taurus, and cross watchers. Welcome in to your timeless astrology tarot reading here at Cusp of Roses. My name is Gabrielle. For those of you that might be new here, for those of you returning, welcome back. Good to have you all with me here whenever you do feel called to watch this or whenever this crosses your feed. We are going to take a look into how Aries Taurus energies or first and second house placements are being affected, influenced, guided, and supported by the cosmos. We're going to check out the energy around you and then look at the energy directly connected to you. Then there will be an extended reading over on Patreon, okay? It will be live like this one. Where we'll dig a little deeper with some additional oracle decks and pull more of this oracle and more tarot, okay, to get deeper into the message. But I'm just going to shuffle up this deck. I feel called to, okay, I'm going to also sound our singing bowl 1 to 3 times to clear and set the energy for this reading. Please feel free to do whatever gratitude or grounding practice feels right and best for you in this moment. Go ahead and get started on that. I'm going to get your incense lit. We are lighting the third eye chakra here because you are going to need it. All right. All right. Thank you so much, Holy Spirit, my divine ancestors, ascended ancestors, and divine and holy angels, Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, for being here with me and with the viewers watching. What's surrounding Aries Taurus right now? Okay. Got the 11th house. My deck upside down? No. Okay. Friends, like-minded groups, humanitarian beliefs. So we could be having a reading here or a message centered around your friendships. I was just about to say there could be some opposition, could be some rough patches, could be some conflict that you might be experiencing, an imbalance, a point of tension, or a power struggle. Got the moon. Yeah. I think what was hidden is now visible. Hidden emotions, hidden feelings, hidden attitudes, hidden energies, hidden agendas are now up at the forefront. It's something that I don't feel like you can ignore. Something that maybe, again, is intense. Exposing, purging, and renewing, right? That's that exposure. Someone's true feelings could be exposed here, or you're seeing something for what it truly is and not for what you hope it to be. Not for what would be ideal. Some of you are no longer turning a blind eye to certain behaviors, certain energies. Okay, you've got the 10th house here. Sorry, let me rock this down just a little. Might be too much. Is that a little better? Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Tell me a little bit more about this 10th house. Some of you, this has to do with your career, intimacy, intuition, and compassion. Yeah, I think that I was feeling a lot of Neptunian energy in our meditation and channeled message for YouTube members. If you guys want to join, that link is in the description box below. Or if you see join next to subscribe, go ahead and hit both under the video. All right, so you can tune in and join into this energy. But intimacy, intuition, and compassion, I do feel like it's being challenged here, or your ability to find flexibility where you might be very tempted or are very used to being structured could be what is part of this imbalance and point of tension or power struggle. Like, yeah, try your very best. I know it might be a little difficult here, my Aries Taurus energies, but try your very, very best to just be flexible with whatever challenges come your way. Understand that there is always a solution. You just have to be able to flex your point of view, to see it, to be open to it. Okay. Maybe that's a part of the struggle here, because maybe there's something here that isn't emotionally satisfying, or the needs, what you need out of a situation, what someone else needs out of a situation is imbalanced. That could be it too. This could even be friendships, right? It's just like, you might be realizing that you're more of a friend to somebody than they are to you, or yeah, there's something there. Like, somebody doesn't show up in a relationship the same way that you do. You might feel like you carry a lot of the load, or whatever the case may be. This feels like Ten of Wands energy a little bit as well. Like, there could be, again, some sort of shift in how you connect and relate to others, as something internally is shifting for you. Okay. Hi, Remix. Thanks for being here, love. Good to see you. Hope all is well. You've got the second house, so there you are. Physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. Then you've got the four house. I almost want to say the Four of Wands. That's interesting. So that's Venus and Aries energy. So Venus, love, relationship, how you give and receive. Again, Six of Pentacles maybe even could be relevant. How you give, how you show up, or how someone else gives and shows up is just imbalance. Like, there's something that is absolutely causing tension. Maybe this is like you and someone else having like incompatible like a Venus Mars type of thing. Like, I don't know, maybe even Mercury, how you communicate, how they communicate, or how they interpret communication. It's like it's a web. It's a little tricky, it's a little sticky, but again, I do think that something will be exposed to you here. Okay, when it comes to, maybe this is you and someone who have cultural differences, like you come from different backgrounds, different lived experiences, different views and perceptions of how the world works, where again, maybe someone is more in a Saturnian energy or a Saturnian view or way of connecting to the world. Everything has to have structure. It's about mission. It's about accomplishments. It's about what you can do. It's your goals. And it's like, there's gotta be constant achievement, movement, something happening. Whereas the focus for someone else, or the way they relate and view in the world, is more Piscean, more intimate and relational, and like all of that is a little bit more important than the structure, than the stability, you know what I mean? So it's just, it's some sort of contrast. I keep describing it, but yeah. And you've got, exactly, there's the contrast. You got the 12th house, right? Spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. So maybe one of you, or maybe both people in this situation, feel like they have to sacrifice in order to make it work. Now, sacrifice is normal, right? Like, there are going to be things where flexibility. But this feels a little deeper. This feels like it's root. Something feels like you have to sacrifice the root of who you are, or change who you are in order to please somebody, in order to be more compatible with someone, in order to maintain some sort of friendship connection. So just be mindful of that. If you have to change the core of who you are to maintain or keep somebody in your life, you might want to reevaluate that in general. Like, you just might want to reevaluate whether or not that's necessary, or if that's technically the right thing to do, or if that's even the right friendship or relationship for you, if that's what that requires. Okay. Thank you. The Earth energy. All right. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and there's that challenge in square. So a challenge with persistence, patience, and practicality. That's what I mean. So you could be more in this 10th house energy, more looking for something structure, stable, something that's reliable. I'm seeing the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Earth energy. Yeah, I guess that could be a page energy too, the earth element. Page of Pentacles. And you got Gemini. Curiosity, intellect, and networking. So Tell me more about this Gemini energy. Because I want to say something, but it feels like it needs, yeah, you got yang. Okay, right. I don't know if you feel like somebody's like two-faced here. Proactive expression, doing forward motion. I do feel like there could be, this is like Mercury. This could also be just, again, how you communicate or how someone else communicates. It's kind of like there's a situation where you maybe want to get to the root of why somebody acts the way they do, why someone believes what they believe, or why the dynamic is like, why this opposition, why you either feel it or why they feel it towards you. Like, it just, why? I feel like this could be a situation where one person is maybe more in a masculine energy, the other is in a more feminine energy, but that dynamic within the connection isn't, it's like hard to meet eye to eye. It's almost like two extremes, maybe. Interesting. Sagittarius, there you go. 7th house partners of one another, Sag and Gemini. Optimism, exploration, and freedom. That's what I mean. It's like someone maybe is very limiting on themselves, or someone kind of, again, I feel like I channeled this before. Someone is like capping themselves off. This is as far as I can go. I don't know. I can't do, you know, like not willing to believe in themselves enough to get past a ceiling or to shift, to change. Whereas someone else is maybe constantly going through shifts and changes, like just with that fire energy, nothing ever really stays the same, especially with fire element. And maybe that, I feel like that could be you possibly as well. And again, this could all be internal. There could be a part of you that wants change and a part of you that has comfort in routine. But whatever that comfortable routine or dynamic that you're a part of, it's karma that you have to transcend. So it's not meant to be a part of your life permanently. And maybe that's the struggle. Is this something I should accept as is, or should I believe and hope that shift and change will happen? Is there something I need to do to shift it? Yang energy. It's like I get a group of you here trying to figure out where the responsibility lies. And maybe it's not all on one person. Maybe it's not all up to you. Give a lot of what's a little confusing maybe up to God, up to the universe, up to nature to sort out for you. But there is some sort of clarity. Oh yeah, there goes my little Taurus puppy right there. So there you go. There's some sort of clarity coming in here. Okay. Clarity about your ability to remain optimistic. Clarity about what you can do to overcome this karma. Papa, go downstairs, baby. Love you. All right. And there's the air, yeah. Open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. So this is a learning opportunity. This opposition, this power struggle, this tension, this imbalance is a learning opportunity for you, Aries, Taurus, okay? And you got ambition, realism, and methodical steps. It's like you just, and there's fire behind, right? And Mars, that's what I'm saying. And Mercury, look at it, okay? Purposed and destined for you to be at this point. So trust the flow of your life right now. Trust what's happening. Trust the challenges almost. It's like they're there for you to overcome. They're there for you to climb. They're there for you to complete and expose and work your way through. Okay? Let's just get one more. Thank you. And there you go. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's a combination of tension and flow, and there's potential for a rewarding situation. I think the reward is you making the shift and the change, not necessarily waiting for someone else or waiting for the environment or waiting for the dynamic or the situation to change externally. This is all more or less something that is being called out of you internally. So really focus in. I do feel like the hermit energy might benefit you right now. going in, finding some solitude, really listening into your soul, listening into your higher self, listening to your inner child to see what they all want in this moment, where they want to go, where they want to grow, owning your part of it, owning what's again in your control, releasing what is not doing the work of others either, but being honest with yourself, I think, is going to be very, very important, because you do have spiritual growth in yin. There you go. That's what I mean. There is some sort of masculine, feminine dynamic, yin and yang dynamic that's trying to balance out. And there's just a need to be aware of it so that you can have the spiritual growth, the spiritual insight. I'm seeing the King of Wands in my mind's eye. You can have the higher level of spiritual discernment and ability to navigate the energy before it even comes. For some of you, it's like spirit might even be trying to get you prepared for something that's headed your way so that you can operate, move, and activate something, is what I just heard, from a space of integrity, reverence, and service. Okay, so if you are feeling any tension, start within. Okay, and try not to project that tension outwards. Like, really own what you feel right now, own the opposition as a learning opportunity for yourself, okay, as a growing moment and point for you. Let's go ahead and see where you are specifically, though. That was what was around you. Thank you, Spirit. All right, what energies or influences are directly connected and tied into Aries-Taurus right now? Earth, there you go. So you might be called on to be the persistent, patient, and practical one within a dynamic. I'm automatically getting a little annoyed with that, because it feels like that Aries energy within you, or that fire element and dynamic, wants to shift out. Like, doesn't want to have to do that anymore, wants a little bit of freedom. That Sagittarius energy wants to kind of break out of some sort of structure or mold or routine that you've been a part of for a while here. Maybe you just need a change of scenery, my loves, okay? Yeah, you got the 4th house. So this definitely could deal with family. This could deal with cultural things. I mean, your environment, where you live, could be very important here as well. And then you got Saturn at the bottom, right? Major lesson. So this struggle that you might be dealing with, or that might be coming up, is to teach you something. So approach it as that, as opposed to getting caught up in the struggle itself. Look at it as like a puzzle to solve, something to overcome, something to conquer in a way. And you got Leo. There's that sun energy that came out in the meditation. Yeah, self-confident, loyalty, and creativity. So really, your belief in yourself, your confidence in yourself, is going to help you navigate whatever sort of, I just heard, fixed responsibilities that you might have. That's interesting. So again, there is something about responsibility. You being responsible for yourself, maybe you recognizing where people want you to be responsible for them, where that's not your job or your role, okay? I feel like there's this part of you that really, can I move this over a little bit? That can really shine in this moment, is how I'm receiving it. Like, that can really break through. There's a part of you that really wants to kind of emerge from this situation. This could also be a dynamic where, like, maybe you're not used to being necessarily the persistent, patient, or practical one within a dynamic, but that's about to shift. So where you maybe needed people for that, those same people might need you. Yeah, stability, persistence, loyalty, dependability. So loyalty here twice, persistence here twice. Whatever you might be dealing with in the home, try not to let it knock your confidence. Your confidence in your ability to do something, create something, maintain something, nurture something, grow something, stabilize something. It's like you have the tools, you have the skills. There's just a need to kind of believe in it a little more, or not let the opposition convince you that you're not well equipped. Okay? I feel like I'm seeing the Fool card in my mind's eye. You definitely have tools to use. It's just remembering to use them, I think. And that could be where this gets a little tricky. It's like there's something approaching that might want to trap you in an old reaction, in an old cycle. But you're ready to break through that, or you're ready to show up in a new way. So if this is dealing with other people or a different situation, it's like those outside of it might be a little shocked at how well you navigate something that would normally throw you off your kilter, throw off your whole day, make you, you know what I mean? Like shift your whole vibration. So you're growing in your aura. So if you've been doing a lot of aura cleansing, a lot of auric field building or repairing, continue to do so, because it is working, okay? It is fortifying you in a way that keeps the same old attacks, energetic attacks, I keep getting that, energetic attacks at bay or unable to penetrate where they used to. So the little access points, the little holes in your aura where they could slip in and shift things around, those are being patched up right now. So that's great. Yeah, that's great. There's that Six of Pentacles. Okay, Taurus energy. So again, you might be called to provide stability in a way that only you can. Hermit energy, isolation, solo energy. You got the Hangman. Yeah, perspective. Some of you need to go deep within and really think about how or in what ways you're willing to balance something out. So like there feels like a need to set a boundary. Like I'm willing to compromise up to maybe this point, but over that line or over beyond this point is sacrificing too much of me, sacrificing too much of myself, my sanity, my peace, my happiness, my joy, my sense of sovereignty. So I'm not going to go past that, but I'm willing to kind of work with, yeah, this could be like, again, friendship, family dynamics, co-workers, lovers, maybe even, but like I'm willing to work with you, but like you got to meet me halfway. I can't go all, you know what I mean? I can't be the only one doing the shifting. Like you have to show up. So whether that's somebody talking to you, Aries, Taurus, like I need you to show up. I need you to be a reciprocal energy for me in this moment, where you maybe are, I don't want to say, oh, I guess I'll say it like that, like rarely ever called into that energy for some of you. Others of you, you're constantly in that energy, and it's just kind of like, I get a little bit of exhaustion here. Tell me some more about the Six of Pentacles and the Hermit. Thank you, Spirit. That's a big chunk. Can we just get one? I also get that the Hermit is a symbol of your spiritual practice, your ability to go within when you need to, check in with yourself, stabilize you before you try to stabilize other people. That could be it. Yeah, make sure that you're stable. Make sure you're in tune before you attempt to stabilize something else. Because any sort of instability that you're in is going to create more instability, more imbalance in whatever you're being called to balance out. Okay? So it has to start within first. Yeah, you got the Knight of Wands here. Something about your instincts. You've got the Three of Cups and these 10. I almost wanted to say the 6. Something about soul tie, soul energy. There's a 6 of Swords. Yeah. Okay. You're getting some clarity. You're getting a new vision, a new perspective, a new understanding around your role within some sort of emotional dynamic with a family situation, a community, a group of friends, a network, a work environment. Take it how it resonates, okay? There's a part of you that's maybe understanding how your energy affects the stability and the balance of some sort of dynamic, okay? So there, again, I think there's a lot of growth happening on your end, which is really good to see here, Aries, Taurus, okay? Yeah, there you go. Some of you feel bound by family, by culture, okay? By a comfort zone, by the role that you are always called to play. Maybe some of you, again, you're the rock of the situation, or you're the glue that keeps your family unit or your friend group together, or you know what I mean? There could be a lot of responsibility put on you at work, and if you're not there, you're not available, people just seem to not know what to do, and it's just kind of like, a lot. It's a lot of pressure. This is Saturn energy as well. With the devil, this could also be Venetian energy, believe it or not. Yeah, because here's the other side of the coin of that devil energy, the Lovers. And maybe that's the perspective shift. Like maybe you look at something as obligation, you look at something as burdensome, you look at something as a weight that you have to carry, and maybe you don't have to carry it, Aries Taurus. Like that's what I mean by like, think about what you're telling yourself and convincing yourself about the situation, about your role within it, and maybe take a step back, that hermit energy, to kind of see, is that really my responsibility, or am I just taking it on because no one else is picking it up, or because I was told that I should, or like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like habits and patterns are really, really prevalent for you right now, really in the forefront of your view for you to really look at and examine. Okay, some of you, it could be family that binds you a little bit. Yeah, you got the Page of Cups and the Ace of Wands. This feels like surrender. Again, this Page of Cups feels like Neptunian energy. Again, Neptune is just floating around you right now. I don't know if you have Pisces in your chart somewhere, or you're dealing with a lot of Piscean energy. Maybe there's a lot of Piscean energy in your family dynamics or in a relationship dynamic. But it's like when you surrender, when you seek out a new emotional possibility, you don't adhere to the same emotional patterns that you used to. That's when the spirit shifts. That's when the energy shifts. That's when you get this kind of, yeah, new light about a situation, new sensibility, new awareness as well. Tell me more about the Page of Cups and the Ace of Wands for this Leo energy. The Page of Swords, right? New perspective. Yeah, new way of looking at something. New idea. Because it's like there's a part of you that's maybe telling yourself, oh, this is burdensome. Oh, this is just a headache. But again, I don't think, for some of you, you just might be taking more energy on than you need to. Some of you, you might be absorbing someone's lack of self-worth around you. You've got the Queen of Pentacles, so there's like a need to step into that a little bit more. Clarify the energy between Earth and the 4th house. Your 4th house could be in an Earth energy or in Leo or fixed, so Taurus or Leo or Scorpio or Aquarius, okay? Yeah, there's Temperance. This is what I'm saying. It's like you have the ability to shift. Shifting through patience. This is a test of your patience possibly coming up here, Aries Taurus, where your sense of stability within yourself, within your abilities, your level of confidence within yourself and who you are is going to be challenged. It's going to be challenged if it hasn't been already. But there's a need to be patient with yourself, patient with the situation that arises here, because you are going to gain a new level of awareness of what maybe is actually burdening you, is holding you back or holding you down, or might be a unhealthy tether or energetic cord between you and someone that needs to shift. Okay, be mindful of those that want to knock your confidence here. Okay. 10 of Swords, yeah. So you're shifting out of your mindset. And what I love is that you got the 10 of Cups and then the Page of Cups, right? So the Page comes after the 10, and then you got the Page of Swords and now the 10 of Swords. So be patient as you come out of this dark cloud energy. Be patient as you are healing through some wounded mental energy. Okay, some of you, it's just like family dynamics are just draining completely. Like, you're done. Like, it's just like, I can't even operate in this same way anymore. I have to change. Something has to give. I can't keep doing this. I just started being the bigger person. Like, somebody, that could be it. It's like you're constantly looked at as the person who needs to be the bigger one, where that should be a shared responsibility, mutual. 6 of Pentacles. And so maybe you're looking to people like, I need you to give what you receive from me. And maybe you're realizing that there's a bit of an imbalance or a point of tension or a power struggle with that. Again, whether it's people unwilling to, or they just don't know how, or they know how, and again, they just don't want to. Because I don't like saying people are incapable, right? I think everybody is capable to a certain extent, depending on the will and the desire. And I think you might be dealing with people who maybe don't have the will or the desire to meet you where you are in order to maintain the connection. But I think it's like, I don't want to do the work to meet you where you are, but I expect you to do the work to meet me where I am. And maybe that's what you've been doing for a while. Maybe that's a part of this family or cultural dynamic that is just weighing heavy on the spirit, and it's toxic with the devil energy here. It's toxic. It's toxic, yeah. And that sucks because you got the 3 of Cups and the 10 of Cups, and it's almost kind of like for some of you here, this is like another line of energy coming through is how I'm being shown it. Some of you, the toxicity comes in because it can't be deep. It's like you might, that's that intimacy. Maybe that's you. You might be looking for compassion and intimacy and connection where that's not available, but it's not available from the people that, again, surround you or your family, or again, that you have deep rooted energy with. So trying to kind of navigate that disappointment, any sort of feeling of being let down, any sort of feeling of alone or unworthiness that might bring up, and stepping a little deeper into your fire, your confidence to believe that, again, you are worthy of the love that you seek and the love that you desire, that intimacy that you desire. It's just unfortunate that you might not get it from the people that you want it from. And that's a hard lesson. That's a very hard lesson to learn. So I am sending you guys big love, big hugs, because that's not easy to shift your perspective or accept that fact. Because I do feel like there's an innate part of the collective I'm tapped into here to try. And to maybe even go above and beyond to show and to prove that you are persistent, you are stable, you are loyal, that you can be dependable. But it's like, that's nothing that you have to prove. I think the people you're dealing with know that, and maybe they take advantage of that a little bit. Because they know if they sit back, you'll come and meet them. If they refuse, you'll do the shifting and the changing to meet them where they're at. And I think that cycle within your behavioral patterns, your emotional patterns, and your mental patterns is coming to an end. Okay? Because I do feel like Spirit wants you to be in a way more light-hearted energy than you are right now. Or that could even be the internal desire. Like, I want to feel free, that Sagittarius energy. I want to have an optimistic point of view on this. I want to see it for the good and maybe not for the so toxic, but you got to look at the whole picture. You got to look at the whole picture and make sure that you are not overextending yourself to the point where you're losing a sense of who you are, or you're losing your confidence, or you're absorbing the lack of others. And that's hard, especially when it's family, when it's home. It's like you don't want to say somebody lacks something. You don't necessarily want to believe that, right? You want to believe that the people rooted with you, that you were rooted with, have the same capacity that you have the same heart that you have the same level of understanding, the same desires, the same stability, persistence, reliability, dependability. And I just don't think that that's there for some of you guys, okay? But you're seeing that and shifting accordingly, especially with the Temperance Angel with the 10 of Swords. It's like your guide, yeah, come on now. Your guides, your angels, your ancestors see you. And they understand. They definitely understand. Tell me, I just saw the Ace of Cups. So you got the Ace of Pentacles and an Ace of Cups coming your way. Yeah, and you got the 8 of Pentacles with the 8 of Cups. Yeah. Okay. So 10s could be significant. 8s could be significant. 1s could be significant. You have 3 aces that have shown themselves here. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Okay. Working really hard to refocus the self. Focus on what you can control. Those 8 pentacles in front of you. One at a time, not all at once, but one at a time will kind of help here. But there is something that you're going to have to emotionally detach from. And I do think it's the desire to have that intimacy where it's just not available. And I really do encourage you here, Aries Taurus, for those of you that resonate with that, to feel what you need to feel about that. There's no wrong emotion. If it pisses you off, it pisses you off. If it makes you sad, it makes you sad. If it upsets you, if it disappoints you, if it's anger, if it's resentment, feel it, honor it, acknowledge it. It's real, it's valid. You deserve to be in your truth. Regardless of how comfortable it makes people feel, regardless if people want to own their portion of it or not, that's none of your concern. You have to do what's best for you. You have to heal and detach and transmute what you need to. And that's where I think you need to be focused. Yeah. Empress and the love energy here, and Venus showing up again. Clarify this Ace of Pentacles. Thank you. I think this is 2 cards again. Yeah, there you go. Strengthen the 5 of Wands. So again, you have the ability to overcome these challenges. You have the ability to find solutions where other people can't see, or where they need to be. You have the ability to do it. Okay, it's just your level of confidence in your ability to do so, your level in optimism that can happen is going to be tested and challenged, but you can overcome it with the strength. You will overcome it there, okay? Hi, Big Feet. I am about, let me see, how long am I in? Oh, I can't see. I think we're kind of deep in here, maybe about 25-30 minutes already. We're gonna head over to the extended soon, and there's your 4th ace. But that felt like this as like a bit of a challenge here. Okay, this Ace of Swords can fully come through when you are ready to shift and be open to new emotional connections, or how you emotionally connect. There is a thing about thoughts creating emotions here and feelings. You have more control over that than you maybe know, or than you're aware of, but it's like you need to know that you can shift it. You need to know that there is a new perspective, a point of view that can bring about more confidence for yourself. I get a sense of independence. Like maybe, again, you got that fire dynamic for some of you guys, right? If this is your sun energy, or however this is connecting for you, that fire dynamic, especially Aries, is hyper independent, and you might be tethered or rooted with a family dynamic that is very codependent, or that thrives off enmeshment. Okay, thrives off a lack of boundaries, thrives off of toxic behaviors. That devil energy thrives off of fear, worry, constraint, restrictions. Like that's how love is shown. And it's like, it's okay to say that that's not how you want to receive love, or that's just not something that, oh, it's like a dynamic that actually maybe has chipped away at your confidence in some way, like where you might be very, you can easily, or again, you believe in yourself, you know what you're capable of, and maybe the people around you don't all the way, or in the same ways that you do. So it's like feeling stifled, or feeling like you can't be in that beautiful, bright, fiery energy because it rocks the boat too much with those who don't want to be in it, those who want to stay in some sort of karmic energy, or stay in some sort of lower vibration here. So you got all 4 aces that showed out here, okay? All 4 aces that showed out, and there's that 10 of Wands I was seeing. Yeah, it is a lot. And you know what? You shouldn't have to shoulder all of that responsibility. You shouldn't have to always be the bigger person, Aries Taurus. You should have people that meet you where they need to, that show up for you when you need it, not just expect that from you but aren't able to give it. You need reciprocity, and I think it's okay for you to say that. I think it's okay for you to acknowledge that. I think it's okay for you to even call that out maybe a little bit. Because again, I think for some that you're dealing with and connected with, they're not necessarily aware of it. This is a subconscious pattern that's operating within them. You just might be more tapped into it than they are, more aware of it than they are. Others of you, they are hyper aware of it. They just don't want to put in the work to be different. But they're expecting you to shift and change and alter yourself to make them comfortable. And that's where I feel like, we're not doing that anymore. So you do have 3 10s here. So that's what I mean. It's completion. That cycle of energy, that way of existing is changing and shifting for you, okay? And maybe at one point you felt like this was your lot in life. Like, these are my cards. I have to put up with this. I have to deal with it because they're family, or because, you know, we have so much history, or whatever the rooted energy is. Maybe even getting into your root chakra is going to be important. Aries energy connects to the root for me sometimes. So the root and the crown. But looking into that, okay? Because I don't think you have to, but you might be telling yourself you do, or you've been told and made to believe that that's what loyalty. Yeah, that's what loyalty is. Putting up with people's dysfunction. And no. No, I think this is a moment where you need to show a little bit more loyalty to yourself here. And regardless if people think it's selfish or whatever, that's really none of your concern. It really is about you being in balance and equilibrium with your soul. Nobody else has to live with your spirit than you, right? Like, no one else is walking your path but you. So you have to make sure you're putting your best foot forward, not necessarily worrying about what other people's feet are doing, or not taking on the responsibility of making sure, again, and not necessarily if this is your children that you're dealing with, that is your responsibility, okay? That's maybe why it's fixed. It's like, yeah, that is kind of your thing to navigate. But if this is people that you are not responsible for in that way, it's okay to set that boundary, okay? Alrighty. I really do hope that this was helpful, insightful, and maybe filled with some confirmation around what you got going on or what's to come here for you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I love to talk to you guys there. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, you subscribe to the channel. I don't know. I think I might put out a poll to see if you guys want to do another round of shorts, or if we want to just move into the love reading. So make sure you check out the community tab, okay? Either way, make sure you are subscribed and checking out the homepage, because I do schedule out the lives in advance, so you can hit that notify me button under any live that you want to see. But I thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate your time here. Look forward to talking to you in the comments, and I'll see you in our next one. Thank you again, Remix. Hey, JP. Good to see you. Long time no see. I hope you're well, love. Thank you for being here. All right, but I'll see y'all in our next one, all right? Namaste.